What are 5 signs that your ex is pretending to be happy without you? That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. But first, my name is Clay with ModernLove.life, where we help you get the great loving relationship that you're looking for without having to play mind games, without having to play hard to get, and without having to pretend to be someone or something that you are not, because you deserve to be loved for the unique, amazing, and wonderful person that you are. And if you agree with me, do me a favor by hitting that thumbs up button for this video. And also, while you're down there, if you're new, think about subscribing to the channel as well. Also, I wanted to let you know that, we still have our program called Connect and Commit. It is still available, still open for enrollment. So if that's something that you want to check out, you can find a link for that down below this video. It really helps you to make these pivotal conversations with your ex that could go in a really terrible way and helps you to set them up to go in a positive way. It helps you with 7 specific situations, so you can go ahead and check that out in the link below in the description box if you want to learn more about what those 7 situations are to see if it might help you. If it does, you're welcome to sign up. If not, then, hey, no worries, not going to hard sell you or anything like that. So let's go ahead and get into this. We have 5 signs that your ex is pretending to be happy without you. So the first one is that they have bounced back from this breakup very, very quickly, suspiciously quickly, right? Breakups have an emotional imprint that they leave on us. They have an effect on us. And if your ex is not going through that natural grieving process during the loss of your relationship, then it shows that they are not dealing with their emotions in a authentic, genuine sort of way. In fact, they may be pretending to hide those feelings. They may be, stuffing them down and trying to pretend that they're not there. For better or worse, we have this bizarre situation as a society where we think that if we just do the things that somebody would do if they were over a breakup, then we will miraculously be over our breakup. But it doesn't work that way, obviously. You have this whole emotional component that needs to be worked on, and you're not just going to fix that by jumping into a rebound relationship or, posting a lot of happy photos on social media or anything like that. So if your ex has moved on suspiciously fast, that's definitely pointing toward the direction of them just pretending to be happy. The second sign that your ex is pretending to be happy is if they are doing self-medicating types of behaviors. Breakups can be tough and they can have an emotional impact on people. We've already talked about that. But sometimes people will try to cope with this situation in an unhealthy sort of way. By drinking a lot, by potentially taking drugs or doing other sorts of not so great activities, smoking, stuff like that. Potentially they might even resort to things like emotional eating or going out and partying all the time. Things that may not necessarily be bad, but it's just something that they're doing to cope with the emotions that they're feeling as a way of masking those emotions, as a way of getting away from those emotions, right? And so you want to look for these, and if that's something that your ex is doing, then it's also pointing towards the fact that they're just pretending to be happy, pretending that everything is in order, but, really they're, dealing with their emotions in maybe a not so productive sort of way. Next up, sign number 3 is if your ex is aggressively badmouthing you. Now, it's one thing to pretend that you've moved on and to go on and, get into some terrible rebound relationship or something like that. But if your ex feels like they need to go out of the way to, stab you in the back and twist the knife or something like that, by bringing up all of your faults, by bringing up how terrible you were or making it clear and well known, either to your face or to maybe mutual friends that you have, or maybe they're, unloading on you on social media or something like that. It just shows that they really aren't that happy in their life without you. I mean, if they were really all that happy, they just go on and live some happy life, and they wouldn't worry about, putting you down and making you feel terrible and pointing out to everyone that that you're an awful person or anything like that. Instead, it's really just showing that they are very poorly masking their emotions towards you and very poorly dealing with those in a way that is not really very effective, right? So before we go on with the rest of our list, I want to let you know that we do have a whole video series on signs that your ex wants you back or maybe doesn't want you back. You can go ahead and check that out up there in a video card. Go ahead and check that out if that's something that's interesting to you. Otherwise, let's go ahead and continue. The fourth sign that your ex is pretending to be happy is if they block you online for no good reason. It's one thing if, you do something that causes them to want to block you. Like maybe you, send like countless desperate, needy text messages, or maybe you, try to twist them in a sort of way where you're kind of like manipulating their emotions in order to try to get back together or something like that. It's totally understandable. Or maybe if you've done something like awful to hurt them or betray their trust in some sort of way, like cheated on them or something, that's totally understandable. But if they block you for no good reason, then it may not necessarily be about you, but it could be more about them and what they are feeling, right? They might just not want to be able to see your updates. They might not want to see you on social media because potentially it could be too intense, too emotionally difficult for them to see your posts, to see your updates and all of that. Definitely a indication that they're not over you, but also definitely indication that they're not happy with their life without you either. Otherwise, they wouldn't feel the need to block you. Otherwise, they wouldn't feel the need to wall you out of their life. So that's something to look out for. That's something to pay attention to. And the fifth sign that we have for this video here is that they are in a rebound relationship, but not just any kind of rebound relationship. I mean, a rebound relationship in and of itself is probably definitely a sign that they're not totally happy or totally over you. But if they are in a rebound relationship with someone who is either very, very, very similar to you, or if they're in a rebound relationship with somebody who is the exact polar opposite of you in some capacity, right? So maybe they always complained about how you were, stingy with your money or something like that. But then they end up in a rebound relationship with somebody who's kind of a spendthrift. Then that could definitely indicate that there's like a rebound relationship thing going on, but it also definitely indicates that they are just kind of pretending to be happy in their life without you. Because, rebound relationships, they have their own collection of challenges. We made a whole series on rebound relationships. You can check it out up there. But beyond that, if they're in a rebound relationship with somebody who is either very similar or very much a polar opposite to you, then it shows that they're trying to have a relationship that's a reaction to the relationship that they had with you. Either they're trying to recreate that same kind of relationship with someone else for whatever reason, maybe related to the reasons for the breakup in the first place, or they are trying to create a relationship that is the polar opposite of that relationship as well. And this means that they're not happy in their life without you because their new relationship is still based on the relationship that they had with you. Kind of at the core of that new relationship, even though the person is very, very, very different from you, they are still having a relationship with you because it's based on that relationship. Now, I'm not talking about just like learning from the past and saying like, oh yeah, like I always dated jerks, so let me date somebody who's nice to me or something like that. But I'm talking about certain qualities that go beyond just like learning as you go. And it's like, oh wow, that person seems eerily the exact polar opposite of me in a way that's not like kind of striving for a healthier relationship, but it's just like, wow, that is unusual, right? So you want to look out for these 5 signs. Once again, those are 1, bouncing back suspiciously fast, 2, self-medicating through like, drinking, going out, drugs, things like that, chain smoking, emotional eating, whatever. 3, aggressively bad-mouthing you for no good reason. 4, blocking you online for no good reason. And 5, having a rebound relationship with somebody who is very, very similar to you or the exact polar opposite of you. Once again, if you like this video, do me a favor by hitting that thumbs up button and by subscribing to the channel if you are not already subscribed. You may also want to check out our Connect and Commit training program. You can find out more about it down below in the description box for this video. It's relatively new. It's been about a month or so since we put it out, maybe a little bit less. So you might want to check that out if you're curious about that. And with that being said, you may also want to check out this video series over here on signs that your ex wants you back or doesn't want you back, or you might want to check out this video over here. But once again, my name is Clay. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll talk to you next time. Please take care.